the school board. Plus, it kept me in education, where I thought I had a lot to give, because I have a lot of institutional knowledge. And I bring a teacher's viewpoint as well as a parent. My girls both graduated from Anaheim Union High School District, and I have others that are going into this, that are in the school now. So I care about this district, and I ran because I wanted to give my background and my outlook.
Thank you. Do you need me to repeat the question?
Please.
How has your own experience influenced you to run for the school board?
Well, like I mentioned before, I fell in love with education in 1993. And since then, when I was placed in the classroom and was able to collaborate with the home teacher of that classroom and seeing how I was the assistant to her with the kids that were struggling, I knew that in my heart there was a passion to help those children. Since then, I've blossomed into other areas as a person, as we all do, and it continued on. And the way how it continued in 2014, I was part of the advisory board president. I was able to speak with the superintendent here at Anaheim Union High School District, and I was able to see in depth where our needs were. And so with that being said, it gave me a broad understanding of where our students are and where we want them to be. So, thank you.
Mr. Jabbar?
Yes, I got involved from my work. I actually worked in the jails for almost close to about 7 years. And looking at students, sometimes kids in our neighborhood who are part of the system, I decided to do something about it. I got involved in certain neighborhoods that had issues. Ponderosa neighborhood was an example. But I just want to correct some of the numbers which are being put here. One, you start talking about test scores. That's what actually Mr. Martin is talking about in terms of rating our schools. If you're out of touch with education and if you're out of touch with what goes on in our district, that's what happens. You're going to be focused on test scores. What we're doing is getting our kids college, career, and most importantly, life ready, so that they're not going to be in the streets. They're going to be actually having a job. They're going to be actually perform well at job interviews, and they're going to be performing well when it comes to life.
Thank you. I'll start with Ms. Randall Trejo for the next question. What are your priorities for the district in the coming year? Why and how did you select these issues?
First of all, I forgot to mention that I'm a lifelong PTA member, and what I learned about working in the PTA was the education system. So just to kind of follow up my last question, my priorities are the same: to hold all accountable for preparing our students for college and career and life afterwards, and keep our students safe, and to continue to keep our fiscal oversight very simple. We're doing tremendous things, and I want to continue. And I feel that I'm a strong leader, and continuing to put the pressure on all of our folks that are innovative and creative and passionate about what we do. And I know that if I'm on the board again, we'll continue to follow a great path that we're on. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Piercy?
Okay, what are my priorities? One of the priorities that I have for the coming year is to see that we have very secure campuses. And in today's times, we need that, and we are working toward that now. Each day, we're getting closer to being totally covered. But my other thing is more career pathways. I'm a firm believer that every student does not have to go to a four-year college. We need more career pathways, and I'm very proud of this district for what we have done with our AIM program, and we have opened up many more career pathways. Even at our shining example of Oxford Academy, we have some phenomenal career pathways there that are being, introduced to the students, and they are really grabbing onto them. So one of the things is I want to see more of these this year.
Ms. Lovato?
One of the things that I would like to see here in the district would be to make sure that our students are safe. And why do I say that is because we've been listening to a lot of concerning information over the past years about things that are happening within our schools and in our buses and just all over the place. So one of the things that I would like to see more and put more focus on is making sure that our students are safe. Another thing is, well, there's always a lot more that we can do. Getting those graduation rates up. You know, there's always something that we can do to make sure that our students are thriving, that they are being successful. And then also making sure that one of the things that I want to do is the ILC program. It's only right now being housed at certain schools. I would like to expand it because we have children that are at Promise that need our help. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Jabbar?
Yeah, I put forth three items. One is to keep our students safe. Primarily, I came to that conclusion because I think we have a lot of school shootings that are going on around the country, and we need to make sure that we have a system to keep our students safe in our classrooms. We started a state-of-the-art program at first in the nation at Anaheim High School by digital mapping this school. We want to make sure that we replicate that in other schools when funding becomes available. Number two, obviously, to invest in state-of-the-art programs for our students and facilities for our students. We have a bond, which is, we've done a tremendous amount of work with that bond to make sure that every school gets touched. We want to continue to do that in the next 4 years. I also want to continue with holding our superintendent and our admin team accountable. I think having that constant pressure will only make us better.
Thank you. Mr. Martin?
We all want to keep our kids safe. It's the number one listed item on my plan here too. As a police officer, community-based police officer, I dealt with keeping people safe all the time. And what I want to do is put a community-based police officer on every single campus. The community-based police officer will not work just as a Barney Fife with a gun on the campus. That's not what I want to see. I want to see a real problem solver so that principals and teachers and everyone on campus and around the campus can deal with issues locally and at the lowest level rather than end up being in the newspapers with some horrendous incident. Next thing I really want to do is I want to reinstitute the 2.0 GPA requirement for our school system. Everyone wants to talk about we have high standards. How do you have a high standard when people are graduating with a D- average? That's not a high standard. So I want to see that come back and have our diplomas really mean something rather than for 10 or 15% of our kids, they don't mean anything.
Thank you.